Last week, a reader directed my attention to a story in the Washington Post and asked me if it constituted a beet sweetener. So, quick reminder from a couple episodes back. A beet sweetener is an intentionally flattering profile of any ascendant political figure, meant to help reporters source up and outlets build and maintain access to newsmakers. So the headline of this story read, "Democrats quickly seek to make Speaker Johnson a boogeyman." And the subheadline read, "The party has begun painting House Republicans' new leader as MAGA Mike, but may face a challenge given his low profile and his quiet tone." So spoiler alert, the answer to the question is no. The story is not really a beet sweetener, but it is part of a different genre of mainstream political news, and it's one that I think we should talk about. This genre doesn't have a name like beet sweetener that's widely understood in the industry, but most of us will be familiar with the genre anyhow. It's the kind of story that subordinates the merits of any particular controversy or issue in favor of focusing on how, for instance, partisan spin about the underlying controversy will play in the media or in Peoria or wherever. Sometimes journalists call these process stories. I think they're more like meta news or news about the news, but both of those terms suck. Anyhow, these kind of pieces do have some limited value, but they are not by and large designed to inform the general public. To my mind, they serve two different purposes. First, they're useful and interesting to people who work as political or public relations professionals. And second, they allow reporters to dodge the merits of controversies where they might run the risk of appearing to take sides. And instead, they get to make observations that are stripped of partisan judgment. So I read the piece about MAGA Mike Johnson, and it's actually, for the genre, a pretty good story. For one thing, it acknowledges, parenthetically, but right at the top of the story, that the Democrats' criticisms of Mike Johnson are correct. So it says, quote, "They have worked to publicize Johnson's view on the 2020 election, parentheses, he worked to overturn the results. Abortion, parentheses, he has talked of banning it nationally. And social programs, parentheses, he has advocated cutting Social Security and Medicare." So those disclaimers alone honestly make this story better than like 95% of similar process stories. But from there, it leaves the realm of fact assertions that might be of use to the public, and instead homes in on much less important questions like,